So packed out, green aqua board back on top now, and that's within reason pretty flush now to the lather and plaster above. So I just need to get some primer on, acrylic primer, just to tank it a little bit. Same with on the other side. Shelves up for Carol, although I think she might change it. We'll see on that. Next job today is, before I do anything else, is put a light in there. So I'll put a showerproof LED light, which is a built-in fan as well. It's quite a powerful one actually, so we can extract all the steam away from here. And then perhaps next week we can lay the tiles out, so if we can see a pattern and get them up against the wall. So hopefully, so far, so good. So back in the Ensuite today, starting to put the light in. Fortunately, I've had to play a lot, and you see it's a right mess. Purely because I'm trying to miss joist up there, which, sod's law, is right in the middle of where I need to put the ceiling fan. Carol's got an eye for anything that's even 1 degree out of spirit level, and I kid you not, she will see it. But also, if I don't have something in the middle, oh, will she see that? So I've had to sort of try and move around a little bit, but no choice. So I'm going to have to notch into the joist. I'm not keen on doing that for the obvious reasons. So what I'll have to do is set up a sister beam next to it to spread the load, because I'm probably going to have to take off a couple of inches. I mean, luckily they're pretty large beams on these the joists that go across on the floor upstairs. And well, I'll go up there and show you. So coming up onto the very top floor, we do have actually 6 bedrooms up here. First one at the top of the landing, which is almost come our loft space. We just put all the junk in there at the moment. First bedroom, which I've just made my office for the moment, temporary. And then there is another bedroom at that door I'm looking at, and then the very end door, another 2 bedrooms in there as well. We will probably link them up. I think I might have explained in an earlier video. But anyhow, the room I'm working in above the ensuite actually is the smallest, in fact it's the smallest room in the whole chateau. Unfortunately the flooring isn't that brilliant in here, so I've started taking the flooring up, and I'm quite pleased. So I'm actually going to remove pretty much all of this parquet and redo this one differently. I don't even think I'll put the original parquet down. I'm going to keep the parquet because the whole of the top floor is exactly the same. So what that's just given me is some spare parquet flooring for when I do the other ones, if I need to replace any, because they're not all damaged, but a good chunk of what I've taken up so far is. So the annoying thing is, just putting some temporary electrics while I wire this up back to a switch downstairs for Carol. And as you can see, where I'm working, couldn't have put in a worse place. So I've had to take out the joist slightly. That's the maximum I can go. I really can't. In fact, I didn't really want to go that much, but I've angled it so it's not a straight cut, straight back. I've then popped in a sister joist, which I've spread over 6 foot. So, and that's well and truly secure to this joist. So thankfully this is not a load bearing where we're high footage people using this room. It's just Carol and I, in fact just Carol, because apparently it's a private room. For when I finish doing the flooring up here, I think it will be a husband's not allowed in here. So that's my challenge today, get that finished off. Now what I've gone and done this last night is, I don't really want to sit there and try and plaster and match up the ceiling underneath. So I've just bought quite a simple ceiling rose, which works well. And then this, which is the shower extractor, come light, which is what's I'll have to sort that out because she doesn't want silver, so I might wrap that in gold vinyl. That will then sit on the underneath of the ceiling rose. Also, having the ceiling rose will give me a little bit more depth on the ceiling, so that, in other words, this doesn't have to come out up as much. So an example, if I was making flush with the ceiling, you can see it's sticking up quite a lot. But by having a ceiling rose, dropping this down, means I've gained another, probably a good inch, not having to come up into the joist. So that was a good thing. And then that'll then be attached to this fan extractor system, which is very powerful, so it gets the steam all the way. And then all I've got to do is channel that through and out the outside wall, or I may even consider taking it up and putting it through the ceiling. Have to give that some thought. But for the moment, today's job, get this finished up, get the rows up, and then I can go back to tiling. Right, so just finishing off this evening. That's the ceiling rows up. That's getting a bit dark, but that's made a massive difference. So all I need to do is put the cover back on. Now the cover's chrome, which is a pain in the backside, because everything Carol's got in here is gold, but I've just whipped it over to a friend of mine who lives down the road in Wayne, who sprayed it gold for us. So I'll pop that on in the morning and just clean up upstairs, but all good to go now. So now we can look to get the tiles in the next couple of days.
The fire's lit in the dining room and it's feeling nice and warm and cosy in here. But while the heating's off, not that we have this radiator on anyway, I really want to give this a lick of paint. I've been dying to do it for quite some time now, sad as it may seem. I'm going to keep the radiators in here and throughout the ground floor, the grey that I've used in Bethany's room. And it will hopefully tie in quite nicely and keep it all uniform downstairs. This is the paint I'm using. Bradite. It blocks rust, as it says, and it goes on quite nicely. I've already prepared the radiator, given it a once over with the sandpaper and given it a good clean. I was doing really well in the dining room and Adrian went out for a run, so I thought I'd fill the gaps with the expanding foam. And I did wonder why it took a whole tube, a whole tin, and this is why it's still expanding and it's falling out all over the place. So I think I better clear up before he gets back. And I got it all stuck to my fingers as well. They were all stuck together. Oh, what a messy job.
A minute break from the shower, the ensuite. Let's see how Carol's getting on. Hello, darling.
Hi.
You're not painting walls anymore. What are you up to?
I had a problem.
Oh.
I ran out of wallpaper.
Ah, okay. That's fine.
It's my own fault. I was trying to rush it yesterday and had a bit of an accident. I wanted to get out in the garden in the sunshine.
It was glorious yesterday, wasn't it? Not today though.
No wallpapering, that is finished. I won't reveal it yet, but I was desperate to get this radiator done. Now you have to reserve judgment on the colour until it's all done and all the wallpaper's done.
Right. I don't even know myself what colour it is.
This is the colour I used in Bethany's room. And I want this colour throughout the ground floor on all the radiators to keep it uniform.
The colour of the radiator in Bethany's room is really nice actually, so exactly. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I've chosen not to take it off and spray it because these radiators are so old. You really don't want to disturb anything. If it's actually working, it's in situ, it's working.
Better the devil you know.
Exactly, don't move it. Unlike that one that's leaking.
Yes, I'm so glad you said that.
And as we know, darling, if you remove something that's really old, it doesn't always go back the same way, does it?
Well, that's what you found out with me.
Well, I was thinking of your toilet, actually.
Yeah, that's waiting on some parts from
England.
England.
The toilet that's been abandoned.
So I'm waiting on parts from getting back from England to finish my toilet.
I'm waiting on wallpaper.
You're waiting on wallpaper, England? Oh my God, what are we up to, eh?
Yeah. Do you not think that's going to go quite nicely?
Yeah, it's really difficult to tell in this light. I'm sure it's even worse on the camera. But we'll show that, I'm sure, later on when you're finished.
Anyway.
So that's your job at the moment.
Yes.
Are you going to paint the other radiator? Because I do need to sort out. It's only a very slight leak, so I should be able to get that sorted. So yeah, paint it, sort it.
What do you think?
Well, one thing, you've rubbed it down, it's a lot better just from just taking some of the outside rust off. What do I think?
You're going to reserve judgment till it's done.
I'm never going to be negative, am I? I want my dinner tonight.
Dad.
So yes, very good. Okay, well in that case, I was only taking a quick break. I'm back up. I've wired up the ensuite. The light and everything's in place. The fan, the booster fan to suck away the moisture is all wired up as well now. So I need to borrow you just to make sure it works correctly while I'm upstairs.
You'll have to give me half an hour.
Well, that didn't take too long.
No, but we'll need another coat. It's better to put on 2 thin coats rather than plaster it with 1 thick coat.
Well, that's definitely a difference. In fact, I'll just scroll across and you can see, yeah, that's so much nicer actually. And actually, yes, I do like the colour now. I can probably see it with the light.
We've just got to put do the pipe to it.
Do you know, we could have got a second opinion actually, because our friends from Chateau La La Salle were coming over this afternoon actually. Unfortunately been delayed. Actually that's down to us more than anything. He could have given us a second opinion, but
I really like that.
he's coming. Is he coming over on Friday, Terry and Ash? Are they?
Possibly.
Yeah, okay. There you go, you can get another opinion. Yes, very good. Very good. You like painting?
I love painting. And it was better than doing the mouldings because I'm a bit tired of doing those, even though we've got 5 or so many pots more of silicone, I can make some more moulds.
Ah, yes. Yes. That must be a horrible job, putting those up. Have you tried, you know, the straight bits? Have you tried actually the matchstick idea, or have you got another idea? Or
so if you look up here.
Yeah, I'll scroll up to what I'm talking about. So Carol's trying to find a way, obviously with the straight lines either side of the flowers, or whatever you call those. And what were you going to say you were going to try?
I can't find any wood or dowel that's that size, that small. So I thought, oh, I've got some really long matchsticks, and if I put 2 together, that is the perfect size. I've tried a couple, not sure if it's going to work or not.
Well, the other option is what we were talking about was the model shop, just getting some balsa wood, which is easy to work with, and we can probably put that in there.
It's thicker than balsa wood though, I'd have to stick 2
You
together.
You would. Although I bet they do lots of different sizes, depths, etc.
But this is a job that I'm putting off because I really don't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
Whereas I really wanted to paint the radiator.
Which you've done.
I have, but do I paint the water pipe or not paint the water pipe is the question.
Okay, remembering if you go and paint the water pipe and you're trying to keep some sort of uniform through all of them, you're going to paint all the water pipes. Personally myself, what have you done upstairs in Beth's room? Because did you? Because I was going to say, I don't think that looks too bad actually, leaving it as it is, au natural.
That's rust colour.
What's wrong with rust colour?
I'm just saying, that's what it is.
Some people convert their cars to rust because it looks good.
Okay, we'll leave it like that for the moment.
Yeah, we can always do it later on.
Received our first present whilst we've been here at the chateau from one of our subscribers, Doris in Canada. Very kindly sent me a message saying, could I use these to save my fingers and my nails? Oh, little card to go with it. Oh, she sent me all sorts. Badger balm for working hands. I definitely need that. Thank you.
Wow.
And she sent me these pads, which you wrap your sandpaper around to get in all the different, in the mouldings. Oh wow, there's loads of them. So, I'll open this one up. Sanding grips. So I guess you wrap your sandpaper around here and then hold this bit, or sorry, this bit, and get in all the grooves. all those difficult parts that I haven't been able to get into. And they're all different shapes and sizes. Oh, got some little tools here as well, look. I could do my nails. Brilliant.
I don't think that's why she sent them to you. Actually, you could do my teeth with them. Look at them.
That's disgusting.
They do, they look like dentists flipping
As bad as
equipment.
your toothbrush. Thank you ever so much, Doris. It's so kind of you. I need my glasses now. Ooh, a nice lengthy letter so I can read that.
Over coffee.
Thank you ever so much. That's very much appreciated. Thank you.